How is it going? It's your boy Takame Love Anime back with another video. Today we're back to our Yu-Gi-Oh. So I got my Yu-Gi-Oh Harpies deck deck profile. Before I get into this video, I want to say one thing actually. It's going to be on the screen right here. I see that I think it was 76.9% of people are not subscribed to my channel that come across it. If you aren't subscribed and you have watched multiple videos, or if this is your first video, please give me a chance and take a chance to subscribe and look into my other content and see if you like it or anything like that. So this is my Harpies deck. So it's my fun deck of Harpies. So it's nothing really crazy. We're gonna separate these by monsters, spells, and traps. The traps are, I don't have too many traps. All the traps are self-explanatory. Nothing crazy. So my first trap is Mirror Force. When an opponent a monster declares an attack, destroy all monsters. Attack of position monsters. Something I'm really big on trap cards. I like to put in the trap cards. My thought process when I'm in here is I'm putting in trap cards that can really help me out if I get into a jam. Because the only thing about this deck is that it doesn't have since it's Harpies and it's early Yu-Gi-Oh, it doesn't have any like real crazy beat 'em up, well, big monsters that can swing over things nowadays. So it is kind of like if I can swarm the board, and if I go first or if I go second, sometimes I can get more monsters out than my opponent and try to control the field. But if my opponent, like nowadays, if they can special summon or change so many things, but you'll see when the card that I have for special summon that kind of helps me. But I'll show that later on. It's in the monsters. But yeah, it's help swarms the board, but sometimes that you can't always count on that to work. So I put a Mirror Force in here to help me out with that. And then another trap is a Harpy's Feather Storm. If you control a Harpy's monster, you can activate this card from your hand. If this card is your owner's spell or trap zone is destroyed in an opponent's card effect, you can add one Harpy Feather Duster to your deck. So just a good way to get Feather Duster into your hand. This card helps as well, but if you can get Feather Duster, especially with it being so many traps that can wipe out the board, especially when you're trying to swarm the board and somebody just clears your board, that definitely can help because you can get this Feather Dust and you can get their traps out of there and then hopefully swing over some of their monsters. Spellbinding Circle. And some of these cards, I know, you see it right there, Speed Duel. I'm working on, my collection isn't that big. So I'm using cards. This is, like I said, my fun deck. So I'm using cards that is going to be integrated into the deck. That's going to help. So when I get a Spellbinding Circle that isn't Speed Duel, it won't be in this deck. The Speed Duel version won't be in this deck. As well as, like I said, I'm going to keep saying throughout this video because some people might not watch it all the way through or skip through parts. This is the fun deck. So stuff like this, I know very powerful cards is just in there just to be in there because I gotta be able to keep up with the newer decks and the speeds somehow. So yeah, Spellbinding Circle, I'll leave that for you right there, but I think most people know what Spellbinding Circle does. Harpy, Lady Elegance. This card is kind of big for the text. There's a lot going on. So basically, you can just special summon 3 Harpies monsters with different names, one each from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And for the rest of this turn, this card resolve. You cannot special summon any more monsters except wind monsters. Well, the whole Harpy deck is wind, so you can still get something out there. If you control this card you control is destroyed by a Harpy's card effect, your opponent's card, or your opponent's card effect, add 1 Harpy monster from your deck to your hand. And then you can only use this effect once per turn. Jar of Rice. So basically my concept when I put this card in, I was thinking was like a board wipe. People wipe your board out, come across cards. I'm trying to swarm the board when I got my Harpies deck. So just shuffling 5 cards into my deck and drawing 1 can definitely help me because everything in this deck, for the most part, outside of control cards like Phoenix Chain and Spellbinding Circle, play into each other. So it's always going to be something that helps the next card out and builds off of that. So yeah, Phoenix Chain. Everybody knows what Phoenix Chain is. Pretty good card. Hysteric Party. Activate this card by discarding 1 card. Special summon as many copies of Harpy Lady as possible from your graveyard. This also helps if I can't get into Jar of Rice. I wanted to have a backup card just in case I didn't pull that. And it's continuous, so that helps too. So, same as Call of the Haunted. That is helps too. And then Compulsion Activation Device. I honestly, this card, I put it in here for the effect, but it was so nostalgic to me that I just threw it in here because I had the Harpies is the nostalgic feel, so I definitely just threw that in there. But that's my traps. Nothing really crazy. But then we're gonna get into the spells. So first one, Terraforming. You'll spell from your deck to your hand. Sorry about that. Terraforming. I definitely needed this in here. You'll see as well as why, because there's another spell card in here, Harpy's Hunting Ground. Definitely needed, so I gotta be able to, because I only have one copy of that at this moment. So I have to increase my chances when I'm trying to play that. So that's why I use Terraforming for that. Once again, like I said, this is for Harpy's monsters to power them up, or Harpy's sister. They gain 500 attack. Equip card. I do that basically because, like, the Harpy's monsters aren't that strong, so I need as much attack as I can now, especially with monsters being so big in current sets and just forward on, and not like years ago, they're just being so big. So I need to be able to power my cards up to be able to swing over other monsters. Because most of the times, 9 times out of 10, I'm playing my friends and stuff, and we're playing nostalgic decks and just beat 'em up monsters. But sometimes my friend will play something else, and the monsters nowadays in structure decks, or just cards in general, are way stronger than any of the older cards. So you got to be able to either play it offensively or defensively. So that Night Beam, target one spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy that target. Your opponent cannot activate the target card in response to this card. So this card really does me justice. I can't, this is a free, just get the card off the board type of card. There's been so many times where you think you might have something, and then boom, they got a counter answer. So you just play this, take that chance, and then you guess right. United We Stand. Equip monster gains 800 attacking defense face up. Yep, same thing with like the Cyber Shield. Got to be able to power up these Harpies, because I got to be able to swing over monsters. Sometimes I'll fall short of 100 or 150 attack points, and I got to be able to when I need it, or to get me out of a gym, be able to equip that and give myself a couple more turns in the game. You'll see it is some holes in this, but in this deck. But as I get more cards and just stuff like that, and more comes to this channel, then we'll update it and add more things to that. But it's just what it is. Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Into this current Harpy Lady says the currently foe become 27. Your opponent cannot activate any traps. Negate all your opponent's trap effects on the field. So yeah, good way to just get the Harpy sisters to 27 to the end of the turn. So power that up. Like a Harpy Lady Phoenix formation. If you control 3 or more Harpy Ladies or Harpy Lady sisters, target as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, but not more many than the 12 your Harpy Ladies and Harpy Lady sisters you control. Destroy those targets. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack amongst those destroyed monsters. Your choice if tied. You cannot special summon a monster from main deck or extra deck, nor conduct your battle phase you activate this turn. So, like, I gotta have that in here for a bailout. I'm trying to do anything in my power so that if I get a control of the field, then I think I always have a pretty good shot. But sometimes you never know, playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or playing card games in general, trading card games, there's always that chance. So you gotta have a couple backup plans to fall back on. So another Cyber Shield. I have a playset of Cyber Shields in here, so that's the second one. Alluring Mirror Split. When a Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady sister you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one Harpy monster from your deck with different original names than the destroyed monster. And if your card you control is destroyed by a Harpy card effect or opponent's card effect, target one Harpy monster in your graveyard, special summon, you can only use the effect of Alluring Mirror Split once per turn. Get something on the field. Elegant Egotist. Gotta have that in here if you're gonna have Harpy Lady sisters. Only way you can get them out on the field. In this format that I'm playing, this is the only way that I can get them out. So I needed that. Elegant Egotist. And then the main card I was talking about, Harpy's Feather Duster, a game changer. This card, I think I only have one in here. So I need to get more of this. This is what I pulled from Maximum Gold. This card is a game changer. Destroy all spells or traps your opponent controls. Just a game changing card. You need this. So that builds off the other card I was telling you guys about earlier. And then the last of the playset of Cyber Shield. Gotta have a playset to power them up. And then this is the field spell I was talking about that I use terraforming for. Harpy's Hunting Ground. All winged beast monsters gain 200 attack and defense if any Harpy ladies or Harpy lady sisters normal special summon. The player who conducts the special summon targets one spell or trap on the field and that player destroys that. So like I'm saying, you can combo off of other Harpies and get them on the field. Like I said, control the field and I'll overpower my opponent. With this on the field, this definitely plays a factor, especially with the 200 attack and defense. Most times when I'm battling, I'm winning a battle by not that much because my cards aren't that much stronger. So that 200 goes a long way for me. And the bonus of special summoning or comboing, chaining, getting a spell or trap destroyed, you can't beat that. Only bad thing about that is that I only have one of those in this deck because that's all I have. So Cosmic Cyclone, pay 1,000 and target one spell or trap on the field and banish it. Every time I've played, it's always been that one card that just is annoying and it's nothing that like this deck could never get over. It's always been that one, always, every single match. So I always throw the Cosmic Cyclone in here just in case if I actually get it, just to get that card out of the way and get it in, so I can actually have a fighting chance. Once again, another Triangle Ecstasy Spark, and then an Elegant Egotist for the Harpy Lady Sister. So Harpy Lady Sisters. So it needs to be Elegant Egotist to be summoned. So 1950 attack and 2100 defense. So the power-ups with those actually give it a decent fight. So I have 2 hand traps in here. Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion and Ghost Order and Snow Rabbit. So the premise of these being here was I was playing my friend and he had the Ice Bear structure deck and it was just too much to handle. So I had to throw some hand traps in here because I had to have at least a fighting chance. So that's why these are in here. I don't even know if these are going to stay in here. I might just swap these out for something else. But Ghost Ogre, Snow Rabbit, and Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion. They're always good to have hand traps. Harpy Lady 1, 1,300 attack, 1,400 defense. All wing monsters gain 300 attack, so 1,600 when it's on the field, powering everything else up. It's a pretty decent level 4 monster. This Danger Thunderbird, I love to have you will see like outside of the main premise of the deck as the Harpies. I always like to have those cards that I could take a chance with and gamble, because I always feel like that's the best thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! In the show and everything, them taking chances. That made it more interesting. And I always just try to have fun when I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I try not to take it as serious as I used to, but I just try to have fun. You reveal this card in your hand, your opponent randomly chooses one card from your entire hand, then you discard the chosen card. If it isn't this card, special summon this card from your hand, but if they do draw this card, discard it, and then you can set one card your opponent controls. You can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. You can only use effect once per turn. So if you get them out on the field, that's 2,800 attack and 24. For me, that's something that for a couple turns or even giving me a fighting chance, I can just keep that out there while I build around the board or build around this monster. And I know I have something that can either fight back or go on the initiative and take the attack. So, and even if I don't if I strike out with it, I still get to destroy a set card. So win. Harpy Oracle. It says Harpy Oracle, but when it is on the field, it becomes Harpy Lady. So that helps out. 1,300, 1,400. Harpy Lady once again. Play set of this, I'm pretty sure is in here. So yeah, 1,300, 1,400, but 1,600 when on the field and power everything else up. Birdface. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add one Harpy Lady from your deck to your hand. Always good. Just trying to have a Harpy in my hand at all times. Same thing, a Harpy Harpist. Harpy Lady on the field. It has some effects, but generally just a level 4 1,700 monster outside of Harpy Lady 1 powering this up if it was on the field. Cyber Harper Lady. Actually, just like it says, speed duel, disregard that. That's probably gonna get changed down once I get more Harpy cards. So this card is always treated as Harpy Lady. 1800 attack monster. Dragoonity Armor Graham. You can banish 2 dragons or winged beast monsters from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand or your grave. You can target one face-up monster. Its effects are negated, but it also loses 1,000 attack for each equipped monster you control. When your opponent monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can equip it to this card. You can only use the effect of Dragoonity Armagram once per turn. So like I said, another chance monster. Just trying to have some little diversity in there just in case Harpies doesn't pay off. But Harpy's sister once again, but green text from Legendary Duelist Season 2. Of course, we have Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Kind of a little misprint on there, but amazing card to have. Hand Trap, 1800 defense, boom. Love it. And then this is the card, it's a playset in here. The card that I was talking about, Barrier Statue of Storm Winds, is other elements of this card, but this is the wind version. Neither player can special summon monsters except wind monsters. So it isn't that strong, but it is, and the defense is kind of weak. But I have a playset in this, and more times than 3 times out of 4, I've drawn this card at the beginning in my starting hand. So just having this and getting this out on the field, really helps. It has helped me every single time because they can only special summon wind monsters, and a lot of decks nowadays have something to do with wind monsters, so this comes in handy. Dope card to me. Does justice for me, but we'll see how far out. We'll see if it stays in there. Harpy Lady 1 once again. Harpy Lady 3. Harpy Lady 3 to me is alright. It's in here just because low, like I said, low on Harpy cards and fit, so it's in here. But that probably will be changed out. Birdface, once again, Harpy Queen. This card becomes Harpy Lady while on the field or in your graveyard. You can discard this card to your graveyard and add 1 Harpy's hunting ground from your deck to your hand. Another way to get 1900 level 4 attack monster. Another way to get my field spell out there. And Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. As well as you get another. So this card isn't that strong by itself, but with Harpies on the field, 1 Harpy, your opponent cannot target Harpy cards for attacks except this one first. So with the power up of Harpy Lady 1 paired with this, then that's pretty, it goes pretty good. And then it doubled the original attack of this card off that. So this card can really get up there. Once per turn, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy that card. If that's 3 on there. So I've done that combo before, and this card really is. If you can get it all the way mixed in with the combo, it's a force to be reckoned with, in my opinion. And Beast King Barbatos. You can normal summon or set this card without tributing, but its attack becomes 1900. You can tribute 3 monsters to you can tribute 3 monsters to tribute summon, but not set this card. If summoned this way, destroy all cards your opponent controls. So it's just in here for a filler monster, honestly. It's alright. I really don't play this card that much at all. I think I played it 1 time in this whole deck. So it's just in there just to be in there. Extra deck monsters. Let's go. So only a few extra deck monsters. I saved the Lightning Shadow. 2+ monsters, so 2600 attack. Like I said, the attack on the cards are kind of low, so I have a link monster in here with the other links, so we can have 2600 attack monster if I can actually get to it and need it. Tornado Dragon, 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 spell on the field and trap. 1 spell or trap on the field and destroy it. 2 level 4 monsters. Castle the Sky Blaster, Musketeer. You can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 face-up monster on the field. Change it to face-down position. And you can detach 2 materials from this card. Then target 1 face-up monster on the field. Shuffle it into the deck. You'll use the effect of this card once per turn. So those are both wind monsters. Then 2 Harpy Conductor Link monsters. So, yep, just to have co-links. So that's in there. And then Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. 3 level 4 monsters. So Harpy monsters in there just to look dope with the Comic Guy kill sleeve. But yeah, basically that is the Harpies deck. It was nothing too crazy. That was my Harpies deck. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. Talked about it a few times. It isn't that great, but it is fun to play with. I cannot not say that at all. But thank you so much if you've got to the end of this video. Make sure to check out other videos on this channel. I really appreciate you guys. I'm not gonna hold this up anymore. But thank you. To Kame Love Anime, and I'm out. Peace.